Hello and welcome to another edition of Pulp Picks. My name is Patrick.
I'm Fritz.
And we're here to give you this week's reading recommendations on New Comic Book Day. We've got a whole bunch of exciting things happening around comic books right now. We've got a big Marvel event that's happening. DC obviously has been killing it lately. We've got a number of indie books that have really caught fire and taken off. We've got events coming up that typically take place this time of year, and it's also very exciting. And we've got a whole bunch of new comics that just released this week. A smaller week as far as number of titles, but big week in the profile of those titles that came out this week. So let's dive right in and see what you got.
Yeah, well, speaking of things that are as big as can be, we've got The Main Man, Lobo issue 2. So first off, just in case if you didn't know, we did sell out of issue 1 when that came out. We got some more in, so if you missed your chance then, definitely come and grab them while we still got them.
Yeah, I think we've just got a few copies left.
Yeah, just a few left, right? Yeah. So, yeah, if you didn't get issue 1, come and grab it. If you didn't get it, if you want to get issue 2, make sure you either come in and get it or let us know and have it put on the side for you.
Yep.
But, yeah, no, this issue, we are... So the last issue left off with Lobo getting kind of like a new job opportunity, I guess you might call it. Yeah, where he gets to take a stab at being kind of like a reality TV star almost. Like he leaning into the whole like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yes, that's literally what I was just going to throw in. Yes, he's Dog the Bounty Hunter in this.
And it doesn't exactly agree with him or he with it. Like he's constantly like he's getting flaked for like you only have like so many swears you can say. You have to like read these specific lines, no ad-libbing.
Yep,
like,
you gotta follow the law. Yep.
And yeah, Lobo, like for what it's worth, he's trying in here. He's like I know I'm getting a good payday out of this. I'm willing to like at least try and like work with you guys.
Yep.
But also it's really cramping my style when I can't just like shove some part of someone up another part of them. Like it's meet me halfway maybe.
Yeah.
And it all kind of culminates in him getting to have a big old fight, which doesn't exactly go his way. Like he's very excited about it and maybe was like getting ahead of himself there. But
yeah, and this whole book so far, 2 issues in, has been kind of a big statement about the entertainment industry in general and how creativity and storytelling is really held hostage by boardrooms and profits, quarterly returns. So I'm really enjoying that aspect.
Yeah.
They poke a lot of fun at, movies, TV, comic book writing, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the way it all kind of resolves itself is just great. Just that last page in particular is just like, yep, that's just kind of how this would go.
And, the book, while it's, lampooning certain aspects of where the comic book industry has ended up, it doesn't take itself too seriously. So we have a guest star who shows up in there, and they don't even bother explaining why he's there.
Like if you're familiar with what's going on with that character, like you'd be like, oh yeah, this tracks. But if not, you're just like, what is this? And then it's just like it feels like it's just a fight there for a fight, but like in a fun way.
Yeah, which is fine. Like I think sometimes the interconnectivity of it all and continuity of it all. Sometimes we take it a little too seriously.
Yeah.
We don't have to explain absolutely everything. And if you're just reading Lobo, you don't have to know what's going on in the other book right now. So
all you need to know is that Scotty Young is a very funny writer as much as he is an artist.
Yep.
And Jorge Corona can draw all kinds of gratuitous yet humorous violence.
Yep, he had me at the hairstyles at the very beginning.
It's such a good bit.
Yeah.
I love how it goes from one where it's like, hey, this might work, to the next one be like,
Yeah, the pompadour. Yeah. Excellent. Well, yeah, such a fun book. Easy to read, easy to pick up. So yeah, come in and pick up issue number 1 if you haven't yet, and number 2, you will enjoy them if you like a silly book.
And speaking of a book that was easy to read, but maybe not so much on the silly side.
Ooh, yeah.
Your pick this week.
Yeah, so I went with G.I. Joe number 21. We've got Tom Riley back doing art this issue again. And Hey, we're back with Scarlet and Storm Shadow and Jinx. I believe it was last issue where we left off, where they were saying that CoverGirl and Snowjob are going to go in and try to get Scarlet out of her undercover mission, whether she wanted to or not. And things were going pretty well for like a page there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So, leading up to this point, we knew that Storm Shadow was protecting this sword, this energy sword.
Yeah, it appeared, just judging from the coloration, I don't think it's been explicitly said, but it definitely seems to be a sword made of energon.
Either made of energon or imbued with energon or something. Because it seems to kind of have some sort of physical quality to it. But yeah, there definitely seems to be an energy, which, is pretty heavily alluded to, I think, and Cobra wants it. And Cobra already made one failed attempt at getting it. But they set it up at the beginning of this book that was early Cobra. Cobra has maybe gotten more powerful and more established since then. The art continues to be just awesome, and this is a throwback to the silent issue. This isn't a silent issue.
It's a mostly silent issue.
There are large sections of it where it's just action, and it was spectacular. I was telling you just a little bit ago, this might be my favorite issue of G.I. Joe so far.
Because in general, I've very much enjoyed this book. And even as much as I enjoy like Williamson as a writer, and I'm blanking on the other person who's like kind of one of the other like main artists on the book. But really one of the big selling points of this is just how often they just let Tom Riley cut loose and just kind of do his thing. And boy, how does he get to do it in this issue. Yeah,
and he's just got this great ability to do kind of that lantern-jawed, military-looking, crew-cut kind of guy standing there looking stoic. And then, doing ninjas flying across a page, taking on, Cobra minions firing lasers, and everything just feels like it's moving really fast. Like, it's just this perfect fit for this book. And I'll be honest, we've talked about, in here we do a lot with, like, vintage toys and a lot of IPs and that kind of stuff. And we've talked about the ones that, kind of age really well and have, a long-term ability to be able to tell stories that are relevant today. And G.I. Joe is one of those properties where it feels like it sells on nostalgia only. Like, you couldn't come up with this concept right now today and have it be embraced like it was in the 80s, the Reagan era American flag, eagle soaring kind of, that return of patriotism to the U.S. It was a particular moment in time where G.I. Joe in that iteration worked. And I just don't know that you could do that today. Whereas Transformers, cars and jets that turn into robots, you can do that anytime.
Who doesn't want that?
Right, exactly. So for this book to be as good as it is, and to be as popular as it is right now, and for it to be really, there's quite a wide range of customer demographics that are picking this one up right now. I'm really impressed with the quality of the storytelling and the art. This as a whole has just been a really fun book. All right. Well, now to a book that definitely is a book of its time that has absolutely captured the attention of the comics world and then some, because this is the best-selling book in comic books right now. It's not even close.
To the surprise of no one, because I feel like almost every issue this has been up here with good reason.
With good reason.
It is Absolute Batman issue 19.
It's crazy.
And so we're at the start of a new arc. We've got Dragotta back on art, and things are in a very weird, potentially even like worse place for Gotham right now. Like, Batman has been trying to deal with the whole concept of like becoming a symbol, something he never wanted to be.
Correct.
He's got all these escalating threats from the Joker coming in. And he's just trying to like really hunker down and just be Batman. He's been cutting out everyone in his life. He just doesn't like, he's going to work basically for the sole purpose of making enough money to keep doing a lot of things he's doing.
Right.
And he thinks he's maybe doing the right thing, but it's quickly becoming apparent that maybe that's not actually right. Maybe you might be making a mistake here, Bruce.
Yeah, and, while he's already faced, quite a lineup of antagonists, we're going to throw a couple more at you now.
Yeah.
One of which has a team of commandos.
Yeah.
And the other, wow, really dark.
We
get a very North by Northwest-ish kind of scene to start the book.
The bit with the plane was very funny, though.
The bit with the plane was funny.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting to see exactly how his whole shtick works. But, fear obviously is a thing.
Yeah.
Crows.
Yeah. I have theories, and especially theories in regards to there's a lot of big things that happen in this issue. Like, any one of these big things could have been like the point in this issue. But no, they're like, everything's being put on the board almost, it feels like.
Yeah.
The fact that, considering the last big arc was about a Bane who could become like this big enough to feel like a football stadium.
Yep.
And then this issue already feels like this arc is going to be so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
Is just wild. And the fact that Snyder can keep having this like sense of escalation without things feeling like they've lost any of the weight and power to it.
The gravitas.
Yeah.
The situation. He's really so masterful in the way that he does his storytelling, because you can quickly spin out of control where that the power ramp or what have you gets so out of whack that the characters start being unbelievable. That has not been a problem here. He's also so good at introducing new bad guys. Like, if you think about how many times he's done that within just Batman over the last 20 years.
Close to it at this point.
So good. Just really well done.
Or even just like the smaller character stuff, because like we mentioned, there's like some characters that get introduced, and we don't get a whole lot of time with some of them, but just like the little bits, like we get to see like even just how they write their names, because there's a whole sequence where it's just like showing like characters putting their names down, and just how they do that alone telling you kind of about how these people are.
Well, and I think it's that attention to detail that keeps that kind of escalation creep under control, right? Like, you have to keep it about the people that those characters are. So, so good. Highly recommend. I don't know who isn't picking up this book at this point, because it's by far our largest subscription, and we continue to sell it and the graphic novels over and over and over again. But if you're one of those people who haven't picked this up yet, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, freaks.
All right, so now that we've insulted the entire, the one person who's not reading Absolute Batman, I guess we don't have to worry about anybody else. What was close to making it up here this week? Because we had a number.
Well, funny enough, speaking of Batman, Nightwing this week was super good.
We had a lot of bad adjacent titles.
Yeah, we had Nightwing and Batman dealing with a team of snipers holding a bridge hostage, which the whole thing there was fun, especially considering all the awful stuff Nightwing's been having to deal with. It's just like, dude cannot catch a break. We were talking about earlier, new issue of Batwoman was also out this week.
Yes. Visually stunning. I will say, just the Batwoman character design lends itself so well to nighttime rooftop action fight scenes with things blowing up and people getting knifed and whatever. Like, it's just awesome. Yeah, that was a really good book.
Other stuff this week, new issue of X-Men United. That continues to be a fun one. A bunch of different X characters getting to hang out together. That's one of the reasons I always enjoy the Krakoa stuff, was getting to see a bunch of characters that don't normally get to interact, and getting to do that on the X book now, I think, is always a fun thing to do. Yeah,
you know what? The X-Wing is so large that sometimes it feels like, we need to pull this back and just focus on a very tight-knit team. But then it also feels like, wait a minute, maybe if we kind of had a stable of people that kind of rotated through, that would work better. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to... I think so, yeah. That's probably the answer, obviously. But, yeah, because we've got Inglorious X-Factor,
or X-Force,
rather, as well this week, oh man! Battle Beast continues to be great. If you're watching the current season of Invincible right now, this one's really starting to tie in a little closer. So we get to see a a number of those characters that we're seeing in the show, in the book now. Really fun. Fast read, high action. Man.
Lots of blood, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's something about seeing a giant lion man warrior split somebody's skull open and slurp their brain out. It was, I know that sounds bad, but it was really entertaining.
To be fair, for what it's worth, generally speaking, Battle Beast, if he's killing someone, they're usually a bad person. So,
yeah,
a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, not that he's a great...
No, he's not. No. But at the very least, it makes it less uncomfortable when he's just murdering a bunch of people.
He's just a big kitty cat. He just wants to eat some brains. That's what they do, man. Yeah. Excellent week. All right. Well, we alluded to it at the beginning. There's some events coming up here. So this weekend, Saturday, is Superman or is it Supergirl Day?
Why not both?
All right. Let's do it. So we've got some free Superman, Supergirl Day comic books to hand out. There's some special Superman Day versions of graphic novels that are available. We'll have sales throughout the store. So we're going to do 10% off the Super People stuff. So that doesn't include any book that they appear in. Like, that's not all the Justice League stuff.
You can't just bring up a copy of Justice League and be like, he's on the cover, counts.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, Superman titles, action comics, adventure comics, Superboy,
World's
Lois
Finest.
Lane, World's Finest, Supergirl, those books, the graphic novels, the action figures, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's going to be awesome. So that's this Saturday. And then May 2nd is free comic book day / comic book giveaway day, because I think we had explained that last time.
Yeah.
They couldn't agree on a name between the two distributors, so whatever. We're also going to have sales throughout the store that day. We're going to have a number of local creators who are going to be hanging out, meeting and greeting people. Of course, there's free comic books. I think it's like 40 to 45-ish titles that are available.
It sounds right.
Yeah, and the way that we do it every year is one copy of a particular title per household. So you can get one of each of the titles if you want. But the idea here is, first of all, these never become worth anything. There's in the history of Free Comic Book Day, there's one or two that have ever spiked in value. So this isn't like a collector thing. Don't come in thinking I'm going to hoard all this stuff and someday it's going to be worth bunches. Because we do get people who try to just load up a giant bag of, the one issue that they think, come on, this is for the good of the whole industry and to get new people interested in it. So that's what we're trying to do. So the limitation's not, that we're trying to protect ourselves. It's that we're trying to get as many copies out there to as many people as possible. So please respect that. But, it's awesome. So tell your friends, your neighbors, your family, spread the word because, we're picking up. Every year we pick up more and more volume to be able to do this. And like I said, we're going to do sales throughout the store as well for Free Comic Book Day. So there's going to be really good deals, particularly if you like the bargain bin diving kind of thing, the treasure hunt thing. Bring a box and get ready to dig because we're going to have a good sale on that stuff. And it's always a really good time. So, and usually that first weekend in May has good weather. So we've been pretty lucky. Now I've cursed.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Tornado. For sure.
But also do make sure that if you want to get some of that good free stuff, get in as early as you can because it goes quick. Even with putting a limit on people, stuff goes quick. Yeah,
and we ordered a ton of copies, but man, it can go out the door fast. And I think we doubled our staff this year versus last year because we were so busy last year.
I'll actually be supposed to be here working this time instead of just getting shanghaied into it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, it's a great time. So please come down and enjoy the fun with us. I'm working on getting a cosplay friend to show up. And
nice.
And then I got thinking about it last night and I was like, wait a minute. He knows a bunch of people who go around to the local cons and do cosplay. Maybe I can get a couple of them to come down. So I'll have to talk to him about that too. But anyway, so Bryn's going to be face painting for the kids again, and it's going to be awesome.
There's going to be some work done on the exterior here. So.
Yeah. Hopefully the timing of that lines up nicely, but we'll see. So anyway, all right. Well, Yeah, it was a great week. I appreciate your input, Fritz. Please be sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, share. Stop on into your local comic shop. If it's not us, that's fine. Stop in to whichever one is local to you. They should be running free comic book day as well.
Or drive an extra 2 miles. Why not?
Yeah, or drive. Yeah. So we will be back next week with more Pulp Picks because this is what we do.
Yep.
And until then, we hope that you enjoy the reading.
What body horror would you like to visit upon yourselves, dear audience?